Hi, Gemini. This is your reading for the time period of September 15th to the 30th, 2019. For those of you who are new to my channel or just visiting, welcome to Amani's Light Work. What's new in my channel is a section called Keys to Akasha. There, I usually cover stories, like news stories. I cover celebrity passings. I cover historical events, etc. So if you have an inquiry for that section of my channel, please feel free to email me at ifadivination777 at gmail.com. And also, if you would like a private reading, or you can send me a message, which is easier probably, send me a message on my IG at Amani Ife 777. Okay, so let's see what I almost said entities. I almost said entities. Let's see. Yes, however you want to look at entities as people lurking and watching and stalking you. Yes, entities, or literally an entity, or something. I just energetically. Let's see what's going on with you with the last half of September. Okay. All right. Does I can hear. So it could be like a conversation, or I could you're, or it could be like a conversation that you're having with someone, and they're explaining things to you, and they may be thinking that you're not listening, and you're like, I can hear, or it's however you want to look at I can hear. You can hear something, but yeah, agitation. So you could hear something, but you hear something, but for some reason it's agitating you. It just depends on what's going on. You know, it could be a secretive conversation about you, but again, and Aries. So it's a conversation that is happening about you and an Aries element, or Aries is the one that's talking about you. It just depends on what's going on. Okay, but it has something to do with conversations and hearing people talking and things of that nature. Okay. If it's not an Aries element, then it's just then the I hear could be like you just hear someone, but something or someone that you hear is aggravating you for some reason. The Nine of Cups energy is underneath. Okay, Nine of Cups energy is water sign, but leave me alone. So water sign energy underneath, leave me alone. You want Cancer, leave you alone. Scorpio, leave you alone. But they keep watching. So when I said Scorpio, they keep watching you, or looking at you, or trying to flirt with you. Whatever it is the Scorpio is trying to do, or something interesting maybe going on here. Something interesting maybe going on with a Pisces, but I actually need them. So something interesting going on with a Pisces, you actually need them. So it just depends on what's going on. A Pisces could be family member, coworker, or whatever it is. But something interesting with the Pisces. They may also be nosy to some extent, but you actually need them. But something legitimately annoying about a Cancer, but can't stop talking. So a Cancerian energy can't stop talking, or is a Scorpio that keeps looking at you. But that's what a Cancer said. It's a Scorpio that keeps looking at you or watching you, and that's what a Cancerian energy said. But is he or she high? So when I said that, you somebody looking at you like dead stare, looking at you all the time, is you something about the stare may be implying that they're high. People. Sometimes people stare blankly into space when they're lit. Some people stare blankly into space for a long period, but it's annoying. So when I said that, it's annoying. So the staring blankly into space could be through your travels that you take every day somewhere. Through staring blankly into space could be in the workplace, or like it could be a little. They could literally be doing that. Like they can live. I mean, dare in headlights. Yes, I hate Scorpio. When I said dare in headlights, something's going on with this. That analogy is resonating with the Scorpio for some reason. So that could be the kind of behavior. That could be the kind of behavior that they literally have in the workplace. Dare in headlights, or staring blankly and out of it looks. And you may be trying to figure out literally you may be trying to figure out if someone is high. So it just but saw them do something. So when I said literally trying to figure out if someone is high, that you saw them do something. So you could have seen them snoring coke. That's what a Cancer does. So when I said that, that's what a Cancerian energy does. So a Scorpio may not do that. A Scorpio may not do that, but they may just smoke, or they may use pens. They may whatever it is that they do, but it implies out of it. It just implies that someone is really out of it. So they're looking at you all the time. They maybe a coworker you're not attracted to, but they keep looking at you, or it's like through your travels as you're taking you waiting for the bus, and Scorpio just happens to be standing. They keep staring. A Scorpio just happens to be standing next to you. They keep staring, and you're like, is somebody high? Nine of Cups energy there. But a Cancer, whatever closed in environment this is, a Cancerian energy has information on why Scorpio is looking at you the way that they are. They may like you, but for some reason you may not be attracted to them. It just depends on what's going on. But they're also annoying. So when I say that, they're also annoying. So it has nothing to do with them staring blankly into space in a workplace, or in a what do you call it, in a workplace, or in like a what's another setting, workplace, business deal. It has something to do heavily with you're really hell bent with someone looking at you for some reason. Like, I don't know, I just feel drawn, like you're, for some reason, whatever the setting is, for some reason you're really hell bent with someone looking at you, like like literally looking at you. Or it could be looking at your content, looking at your work, but they looking at your content, look at your work, they look at. But but not only are they looking at you, they may be taking their feelings of a next level. They're taking their feelings, they're trying to take their feelings of liking with you, like on social media or whatever, and they're bringing it. They're, what do you call that? Oh, they're taking it. They're feeling whatever feeling they have with you on social media, or when they see you in a workplace. They're trying to take it to the next level. There's that. That's what I was trying to say. They're trying to take those feelings to the next level, and you want them to. You don't want to. It is a Nine of Cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad energy. The Nine of Cups energy, wishes being met. Scorpio, your wishes are being met with them. It is not a situation with them looking at you and staring at you and being trying to be close to them. If it's not that, if it's not bad, then it could be something that you're doing with them that they observe, but they don't know. So you doing something with them that they observe, they don't, they may observe, they don't know, they observe it, or someone could be trying to relate to you that they do observe some type of behavior that you're doing to them. It's depend, or vice versa. Cancer give you the heads up about Scorpio. Cancer giving you the heads up. Scorpio, Cancer giving the Scorpio the heads up about you looking at them. Cancer giving the Scorpio the heads up that you're looking at them. Look at them for love. Look at them for business, or has something to do with something being, has something to do with somebody being really stressed out. So it has something to do with someone being really stressed out or out of it. It just depends. And you're like, are they high? It just depends on what's going on. Or someone likes you, you like them, and someone may have that kind of thought about you. The water signs may have that kind of thought about you, but not Pisces, not the Pisces, just maybe the Scorpio and the Cancer, and they may have that thought about you. You may look at them like that, and it's interesting. And you're like, are you high? Or you like someone, but you're not voicing. You just like someone, but you're not voicing it. So if it's not only or they, or it's them, if it's not only that, then Nine of Cups energy could just be any other zodiac sign. If it's not only the water signs, it could be any other zodiac sign, and you have those kind of thoughts, vice versa, about someone. And someone's like, why are you looking at me like that? But in love, when I say that you could be in love with someone, but you're staring at them blankly or oddly, or it's just like workplace dynamics where people aren't communicating. People are just out of it. People are just out of it in a workplace for some reason. That could be what a Pisces said or sees. That could be something that a Pisces sees. All right. The starting point has the World, sign of Capricorn, but it's them. So Nine of Cups energies, your wishes are being met with it, but keep looking. I keep looking at wishes are being met with a Capricorn, but you keep looking at them, talking about them, staring at them, which I keep getting wishes being met. But some of the, I see what's going on here. This could be a situation here where you looking at them or trying to get them to be somewhere. So when I said you looking at them as, or trying to talk to them, trying to contact them, it just, you're trying to get mystically. You're trying to mystically get someone to be somewhere with you. That's why this energy is here. So either this is something you're trying to do with a Cancer, or trying to get them out. So when I said trying to do something with a Cancer, you're just trying to get them out, or something interesting could be going on with a Pisces. They just know what you're doing. So when I said interesting going on with a Pisces just knows what you're doing, or something's going on with the something interesting could be going on with a Scorpio. You know what I mean? But Capricorn has that in chart. So if it's not a Scorpio sun, then it's Capricorn energy that has this in their moon or their rising or ascendant, whatever. A Capricorn energy has Scorpio energy in their chart. And them looking at you, the Capricorn energy could be looking at you, but I like the Capricorn energy literally like looking at you. The Capricorn energy could be looking at you, but you like them. Are they look oddly? Are they looking at you oddly for some reason, or interestingly? Are you looking at them because you like them? You're looking at them interestingly because you like them, or something may be really spaced out about someone. You may be thinking to yourself, Nine of Cups. You may be thinking to yourself that something may be really spaced out about someone in a workplace. Something may be really spaced out about someone in a workplace, or something is high, or it's a Scorpio sun that is. You're trying to figure that out. That's why the World card is there, because the World card is there because you may have voiced that out. You may have voiced that outwardly about a Scorpio, or they could have said that about a Capricorn. So the feeling is that they could have said that about a Capricorn, or they themselves may like a Capricorn, and them looking at the Capricorn or trying to contact the Capricorn, it implies that they like them, but always look at. So every time I say that, it has heavily to do with physically looking at someone all the time. Like physically looking at them, I'll give you a perfect example. Like in the workplace, I'll give you a perfect example. In the workplace, sees them looking at. In the workplace, you see them looking at you, or it's a Scorpio, Cancer, whatever. They look at you, or it's a Capricorn. Keep looking at. It's Capricorn. You keep looking at. But I get sent out an invitation and things of that nature. So either you're online. Either you're online and want to invite. You could be online and you just want to invite them somewhere, but something going on interesting with the water signs. So the water sign energies may not want to see them. The water signs don't want to see them. So a Pisces may not want to see them. A Cancer, a Scorpio doesn't like. A Cancer and a Scorpio don't like them, but they don't. Someone's interested. People. Okay, this is interesting. People staring at someone, or someone just being stared down. Period. Could either imply liking or not liking them. Like people have that kind of stuff neurologically going on, where if they're prejudiced, or they're prejudice, envy, jealousy, they all fall under the same category. Like if people are looking at someone in that way, those water signs could be looking at you in that sense, or they just like you, or something's going on here where, but like it's not pretending also. So when I every time I'm trying to go on these examples, but the spirit is trying to either help me or aid to what I'm trying to say, but something's going on with pretending. Are you pretending to like this element? You could be pretending. That's what a Scorpio sees. A Scorpio may see that you're pretending to like this person by following them online, by subscribing, by subscribing to something that they have, or like helping them with something in the workplace, or inviting them to be a part of your family, inviting them to be a part of your family. But something is pretentious about it, or a family dinner, or that they're being invited to. A family dinner they're being invited to. You yourself may get invited to a barbecue and barbecues and things of that nature. But somebody envious of them. Somebody could be envious of them, but they're being invited. Someone could be envious of them, but they're being invited to something, or they work somewhere, and somebody keeps looking at them because either something's going on with racism and prejudice with them, or something's going on with what do you call it? Something could be going on with this element with what do you call it? Something could be going on. Someone's narcissistic also. So you may think that they're narcissistic, or something's going on with them. If it's not, I get prideful. Something could be going on with them with pride. Is something going on with you? Is something going on with people looking at you all the time? Is something going on with you with pride? That could be what an Aries observes, or Pisces and Cancer and whatever. That could be what those elements observe. That could be why there's either somebody's literally high, or that could literally be the reason into why they keep looking at Capricorn. That could be the reason into why they keep looking at a Capricorn. You keep looking at a Capricorn, or I keep getting narcissists. So every time I say you're looking at someone because you deem them to be a narcissist. Someone deems you to be a narcissist, but they have that secretive thought. So when I say someone deeming you to be a narcissist, this element has that secretive thought, but they may not voice it, or water sign energies have information on them voicing that thought, or they just know intuitively that they have that kind of thought, or you yourself know intuitively Cancer doesn't like. You yourself know intuitively a Cancerian energy doesn't like them or doesn't like you. But that has something to do with someone being invited, or they just work somewhere and someone keeps staring at them. They're being invited, but it's like someone envy. Someone just staring at them or you because of envy. Or so I keep getting narcissist because somebody or somebody's think they're a narcissist, or somebody thinks you're a narcissist. What one of the water sign energies do. but you don't know world energy is that you don't know that people have those kind of secretive thoughts about this person, or you don't know, that's why it's world energy, or you don't know that people have those kind of secretive thoughts about you. If you're thinking that someone's just staring blank at you, like dead at you, like not blinking. You're thinking that someone eyes stare. You're thinking that someone is just looking at you blankly like that because they are infatuated by you, but that's not true. So when I said that, it's not true. They're envious, or they're jealous, or I get scared of. They're just scared of you, or it's what do you call it? Or they deem you to be a narcissist, and you think someone is high, or you think someone's high, but then they're just looking at you because they have a secretive thought. They're just looking at you deeply because they have a secretive or a devious thought about you or something. It just depends on what's going on. So either you're finding that out, that could be how the water sign energies feel about a Capricorn in a family, in a workplace, or a business deal. That could be how the water sign, not really the Cancer. The Cancer may not have that feeling with a Capricorn, but it could be the Scorpio and the Pisces deeply have that kind of thought. Those elements deeply have that kind of thought about you, or a Capricorn. Or a Capricorn energy has these feelings about you, or one of the water sign energies. And not saying anything, it could whatever the situation is, but it has something to do with narcissism and envy and jealousy and prejudice, and all those things kind of fall into all those things pretty much fall into the devious category. When I said that, I get Aries. So when I said devious category, I get Aries element. So the Aries element may have that. You could be on the outside looking into Aries element deals with the Capricorn like that. And the water sign energies may be talking to you about that, or the Aries element secretively has world energy. The Aries element secretively has that feeling about you, vice versa, and the water sign have information on that. The water sign energies just, I see what's going on here. The water sign energies just having information on that. This is a situation here where people like in the workplace, how people in the workplace may know how an Aries element feels about you. There's that. People in the workplace and in a personal and private relationship, people know how Aries really feels about you. People know how Aries really feels about you. But one of the water sign energies, either they were hooked up, or one of the water sign energies, like they may get along with an Aries, and they ate a Scorpio. Scorpio may have been having a conversation with an Aries element about you, and you're going to work, and the Scorpio's looking at you oddly. You're going to work, and the Scorpio's looking at you oddly, but you don't know why. But the reason for that envy, the reason for that is because they know that an Aries element is envious of you. So they're looking at you blankly and oddly, but it's because they were relayed something. They're looking at you blankly and oddly because they were relayed something. They were relayed something. So either this is happening, either those kind of interactions are happening to a Capricorn, where people are talking on the side about them, but people are talking about the side about them, but the people who are relayed the secrecy. The people who were relayed the secrecy, they stare at them blankly. They just stare at someone blankly. They just stare at them blankly. If it's not information, it could be information or their information that people have. It's their information that people have. It's their information that people have, and people that they see just look at them blankly. People that they see every day, they just look at them blankly. Deer in headlights, spaced out looking. People just look at them blankly. But the blank out of it stare implies that they know something secretive about someone. The blank odd stare is because they know something secretively about someone. It's someone behaving. Some people in the workplace, in a family, and at a job, people may be interacting with you in this manner, and you may need to scoop. Like, why is Amy looking at me like that? Amy got on the phone with John, and Amy and John were saying that you're saying something crazy about your work ethic, and you're going to work, and Amy's looking at you oddly. So it could be like in a family environment where people are talking about family members secretively, or you're going to work and people are just behaving really interestingly because of people behaving really interestingly because they were given the heads up about something, and maybe and you weren't, or it has something to do with secretive feeling envy. It has something to do with envy or secretive feelings and things of that nature, between you and a Scorpio, a Scorpio, Aries element, Cancer, Pisces don't like Capricorn. When I ran through all of them, they don't like a Capricorn. So something's going on. That's why the invitations and things of that nature. So this could be a situation here where you could have a house party going on, and you may want it for the first time. you having a house party for the first time, or you're just having a house party and you're inviting a Capricorn energy for the first time. You may not have invited, you may not have seen this person in a while, or someone may not have seen you in a while, and those kind of scenarios could be happening to you or them, or an Aries element, or one of the water sign energies, but they're just doing the action. So those elements are just doing the action, but it's you and or a Capricorn that are experiencing the oddity. So it's you and or a Capricorn that's experiencing the odd behavior. That's experiencing the odd behavior. So the world energy being there, you could be inviting a Capricorn energy somewhere. People look at them oddly, but people are looking at them oddly for some reason. Like they're looking at them strange, because they're looking at them. Either you know why, either or looking at you strange. Either someone in the room knows why and they're not saying anything, or you, in addition to those other elements, know something, and pretending like you don't know. When I said that, so when I said that you're pretending like you don't know something about this element, or you're pretending, you could be pretending that you don't know how people really feel about you, because of the Aries. So when I said that, it's because of the Aries element. It's because of the Aries, and the Scorpios looking at you interestingly. Cancer looking at you interesting, but they're by your side. A Cancer is always by your side, but a Scorpio looks at you interestingly. This could be a situation here where, if it's not envy and jealousy and narcissistic like thoughts that people have about you, or Capricorn or Aries, whatever situation is there, if it's not that, then it's just something that you did. It could be something that you did, or something that you just know. It could have something to do with the fact that you just know something. You just know something, or it can have something to do with the fact that a Capricorn energy just knows something. They just know something, and people, the nervous, the weird, the odd staring and the blank staring is because this energy knows secretive things about people in your workplace, and about that they have that information about you, or the actions and the stares and the envy and the jealousy. Like, this element can help you with that. This element can help you with that. Vice versa, you can help them with you could help them understand the treatment by their family. You could help them if they're not family. You could help them understand treatment that you could help them understand treatment that you okay. You could help them understand treatment by their family to them. You can help them understand that if they're not in your family, or the people looking at them and staring at them, their information. People looking at them, staring at them. They're looking at their information. Doesn't have to be like documents. Information like their information, like what do you call it? Information like a news article about someone, or a piece of writing that somebody did, or a post on Instagram or Facebook. People look at a post on Instagram and Facebook. People look at, but making me envious. So when I said that it's making you envious, like it's Nine of Cups energy, Nine of Cups with the world is making you envious, or it's making the water sign energies envious. This could be a situation if it's like social media stuff. You prize winner. You could be a prize winner for something. Or prize, however you want to look at prize winner, or people look at you like a hero or a heroine, or that could be how they look at the Capricorn envious. That could be how they look at the Capricorn, but someone's going on with you with envy with that for some reason, or the water sign energies, or the water signs, and they're going to work. You're going to work. The Capricorn is going to work being eyeballed by Aries. Capricorn is going to work, and they're being eyeballed by Aries. They're being stared down by Aries element for some reason, or you're inviting them somewhere. And this is a situation here where. This is a situation here where that posts a lot. So the world energy is that you may post a lot, or it's a Capricorn energy that posts a lot, but they could be getting invited. They could be don't know that certain people look at them, or you don't know that certain people in a family or in a workplace, or don't know that certain people look at them like on social media and things of that nature. You don't know that, or they don't know that. So you're getting invited to something, or this element is, and people are looking at them interesting. Look at their information. People look at them interestingly because you're aware that people already look at their stuff all the time. They look at their picture. They're unaware. Looking at this element's pictures and things of that nature. You're thinking that they're unaware of that. You ex-co-workers that they used to work with, you could be one of them. Ex-partner, your family members, they still look at this person. I need to tell. So when I said that, I need to tell this element that. Or somebody, or water signs that keep looking at you blankly, what an Aries said. Those elements need to tell you what an Aries said. or secretive feeling that an Aries has. It could be okay. The Aries element, the staring blankly, could be the Aries element. They could be doing that on their own, or it's the water sign energies that do that with a Capricorn. It's the water sign energies that do that with you. But it has something to do with secretive information and thoughts and feeling that people have about online posts, and people are being invited places, and people are looking at people. Whoever's being invited places, people are looking at them really already. Somebody already gave them the heads up, or somebody profile. Somebody's profile was already shown to multiple people somewhere, yours or the Capricorns, but Aries fault. So when I said that, it's an Aries element fault, making someone feel uncomfortable. So when I said that it's making you feel uncomfortable, is it making the Aries feel uncomfortable? Is it making a Capricorn feel because of the water signs action? It's making a Capricorn feel uncomfortable, or you, because of the way the water sign energies are acting. It has something to do with because of the way they're acting. But what did they see? So when I said that, what did they see? What did they hear? What did they see? What did the Capricorn see? What did you see? Like what did the water sign energy see that the Aries did? Or what did the Aries element that Capricorn posted? What did the Aries see or hear that a Capricorn energy shared or posted? It just depends on what's going on with the world energy being in the starting point. What you're waiting on is the Six of Cups. Don't want them to come back. So the Six of Cups energy, you don't want a Scorpio. You don't want a Scorpio. You don't want the water sign energies to. They have information that you may want them to come back because they have vital information. Stalking. They have vital information about stalking. They have vital information about you being stalked. They have vital information. That's why I said staring. So this is really interesting. The staring analogy. Okay, the world energy here with the Six of Cups hired a private investigator. The world energy with the Six of Cups is that however, like a small example or a major one. So a minor example or a major example that you hired for Capricorn. You may have hired a private Are you a private investigator for a Capricorn? Did you hire? Did you hook up someone to watch and stalk someone? Did you hire a private investigator for a Capricorn? But Aries did that. So Six of Cups with the world, an Aries element did that. And Aries, and that could be why the water sign, and that could be, oh, I see what's going on here. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. This is like, okay, this is really interesting. This is a situation here where something here, I get prejudice. Something here may end up being really extreme. Somebody's acting out on a feeling of prejudice that they have for some reason. Or I mean, racism, prejudice, and jealousy and envy. They come from they grow from the same seed. So the world with the Six of Cups energy, the world with the Six of Cups energy is that somebody's feeling of jealousy is becoming really extreme for some reason. Like somebody's feeling towards Capricorn. Somebody's feeling towards jealousy is becoming really extreme towards a Capricorn energy for some reason. Or you, the world energy, it could be you, but I'll go with the Capricorn energy first. Have that information. Going with the Capricorn energy first, you have that information on the spirit agreeing. You have that information. Heads up, you got that information by one the water sign. That's why I look at them like that. Every time I sit, that's why I look at them like that. Or that's why you're being looked at like that because of what an Aries did. You're being looked at interestingly because of what an Aries did. Capricorn being looked at interestingly because of what an Aries did. Or who an Aries hooked up. So when I said that, it's who an Aries element hooked up. So I'll give you a perfect example. This could be a situation here where if it's workplace, you may work with a Capricorn, but the water sign, they're being watched. The water sign energies are trying to give you the heads up. The Capricorn energy is being watched. Like they're being watched, or they're being stalked in a neighborhood. They're being everywhere they go. They're being watched everywhere that they go. Like in a workplace, in a neighborhood, but why are they watching them? So when I say workplace or neighborhood, why are they looking at him or her like that? Or why they're being stalked? When I said that the Capricorn energy is being stalked, or you yourself are being stalked, but I'm scared. You yourself are being stalked, but you're scared. But something's going on here. I want to finish the example. Something's going on where you're going back to the workplace where people looking at them interestingly. You're going back to the workplace and people are looking at the Capricorn energy interestingly. Or they're looking at you interestingly, but need to ask questions. So when I said that, something is extreme with somebody look dead staring someone all the time, but it has to do with the fact that someone needs to ask questions. So the Capricorn energy may need to ask questions. Who's watching them? A Capricorn energy may need to ask who's watching them online. Who's watching them outside? who's watching them, where they live, where they work, or you work with them and you have hidden information. You work with them, or they're newly being hired somewhere where you're working with them. That's why it's invitations and things of that nature, but constantly being watched. They're just constantly being watched because of envy. They're constantly being watched or looked at because of envy. And the Six of Cups and don't understand the Six of Cups energy. I keep getting higher. This energy is they could end up being hired. People keep looking at them. They're being hired somewhere, but people keep looking at them. So either it's a good reason, or they moved in somewhere, or they moved in somewhere new. People keep looking at them. They moved in somewhere new because, but people keep looking at them. You yourself may have this kind of situation going on, but very little do you have that going on. So very small of an example. Do you have that kind of thing going on with you? But it's mainly the Capricorn has heavily as happening to them. So heavily it's happening to them, but how to protect. So when I said that, how to protect them, this could be a situation here where this could be, oh gosh, sorry about that. This could be a situation. This could be a situation here also. So if you don't work with the Capricorn energy, for example, there's a friend. You may not work, if you don't work with them, they may just be a friend. I keep getting being stalked. They're just a friend that's being stalked. But somehow you know that they are. So this situation here where I keep getting hired. So you hooked up or you hired someone. Okay, the reason why you know that is because you hooked up or you hired someone to watch where they live. You hooked up or hired someone to find out where they live. You hooked up or hired. Did the Aries element do that with the water signs with you, or the water sign energies just know that an Aries did with a Cancer? The water sign energy, the other water sign energies know that an Aries element did that with a Cancer. The Aries element did that with a Scorpio. You're going to work, and they're looking at you interestingly, found out something about you. So they're looking at you interestingly because they found out something about you that is interesting. So it could have something to do with where you live, where you work, what you do during the day, what you do when you leave work, whatever it is, or what's going. It could be money. It could have something to do with money, their money. It could have something to do with this energy's money or your money. And the Aries is their fault. It's the Aries element's fault that someone's being stalked. It's the Aries element. But see the business when I said that. It's okay. If it's the Aries element's fault that a Capricorn is being stalked, it has something to do with you being in. It has something to do with you being in secretive business with the Aries element. It has something to do with you being in secretive business with the Aries element on this person. They're friends. So when I said it has something to do with you being in business with the Aries and the Capricorn energy's friends, and the Capricorn energy's friends could be water signs, or if okay. The Capricorn energy's friends or family members or whatever could be Cancers and Scorpio and Pisces. That could be their friends are looking at them interestingly because of an Aries. Their own friends are looking at them interestingly because of an Aries, or the fact that they do business with, the fact that they themselves do business with the Aries element. They themselves do business with the Aries element, but the Aries did some extra. The Aries did something extra. The Aries element did something extra to the point where I keep getting higher. The Aries element ended up hiring someone to stalk them. And it watched them in the workplace. The Aries element hooked up someone in the workplace to watch them. They could have hooked you. The Aries element could have hooked you up to watch them. Vice versa. Did someone hook up the Capricorn energy to watch you? Water sign energies know that because they see everything. The water sign energies know that because they see everything. With the world and the Six of Cups energy there. You know what I mean? It's really interesting stalking. Something is really interesting about stalking because it's not only okay. Something is jealousy and envy and really deep. Something is really extreme about some type of stalking scenario. So this is a situation here where it's really far in. This is a situation here where if this is like a workplace environment, right? If this is a workplace environment, the Capricorn, you may work with the Capricorn. Let's go with that example. You may work with the Capricorn. I keep getting being watched. You work with them, but they're being watched. But you may know the coworkers that look at them interested. I'll just go with the blank stare example first. You may know other coworkers that they look at them or they stare at them blankly. But you know those coworkers that are, you know what? Okay. You know why those other coworkers are looking at them like that. You do or you didn't. I keep getting because of Aries. So if you do, it's because of Aries. If you don't, you just need to have a conversation I keep getting with their friends. You just need to have a conversation with their friends, and their friends maybe look at them interestingly because of who their own friends maybe looking at them interestingly because of their involvement. I keep getting what an Aries did. What an Aries did, or the Aries hired a stalker. And the Aries in a workplace hired someone to stalk them in a workplace. There's that. And other coworkers are looking at them because of that. Look, other coworkers are looking at them because of that, unaware. But they're unaware, or you are that person that an Aries hooked up or hired someone to watch you and stalk you, and however extreme. And and somebody somebody that you work with knows that. Someone that you work with knows that, and they're looking at you oddly and blankly. But the undertone of it are the envy and jealousy. The undertone or the foundation of it is envy and jealousy. It's envy and jealousy with the world card, with the Six of Cups energy there. You're like, why are the concealing? Why are the water sign energies concealing something? Why isn't my friend? Why isn't the cashier what Aries did? Why isn't the cashier telling me what an Aries did? What an Aries said? Who an Aries hooked up? Who an Aries hired? However minor or major, the idea of hooking up private investigators, I keep getting Aries, of hooking up private investigators and think, but they're really, okay, somebody did that. Somebody did that. Like a minor example, someone did that out of envy and jealousy, or the fact that they just don't like someone, or that is tied into that, yes, or something's going on with them. Something is going on with the Aries element narcissist. They may be narcissistic. They may have narcissistic stuff going on in the family, in the workplace, in a business deal. They may have that kind of narcissistic stuff going on, and they themselves hooked up their friends. They themselves hooked up their friends to watch you and stalk you. You know what I mean? If it's an Aries, or they're doing this to a Capricorn, but they're very jealous of. They're doing this to a Capricorn. They're very jealous of. They're very jealous of them. So this energy, if it's a Capricorn, they're trying to figure out. They're interacting. They're going to work, or they're coming back in the house, or whatever it is that they're going, and people are approaching them. They're being approached by hooked up by Aries. People that are approaching them were hooked up by an Aries element. They were hooked up by an Aries element, by it threatening. So something there that's happening to the Capricorn, it's something there is threat like, or it could be scaring someone and you. It could be scaring someone and you. So either you protect the Capricorn and you're just aware. You protect the Capricorn metaphysically, or however you protect them, or literally you protect them. Or you need to figure out a way, find out who's bothering them. You just need to figure out a way, or you just need to find out who's bothering them. You just need to figure out who's bothering them, and it could be the Aries element that's bothering them. The Aries element could be your partner, right? I'll just give you a perfect. The Aries element could be your partner for business. The Capricorn energy could distant business partner. They're a distant business partner, but something's going on. Something's going on really intimate with their own friends. Like something's going on really. They're a distant business partner or whatever, but something is going on intimate with their. Sorry about that. Something is going on really intimate with their personal life, or their own partners or their friends that Aries knows. When I hit friends, the Aries element knows Capricorn energy's friends. The Aries element knows that, and that could be what a conversation happened there. A conversation happened there with the Capricorn energy's friends and the Aries element, but paid them. So when I said that, the Aries element paid the Capricorn energy's friends and family members and whoever to watch them and stalk them, but she's jealous. So when I said that, the Aries element is jealous. It doesn't want someone to be happy. So the world with the Six of Cups, the Aries element doesn't want you to be happy, and they could be doing that to you, or they're doing that to the Capricorn. And I need to help. They're doing that to a Capricorn. You're aware they're doing that to the Capricorn. Capricorn is confused. They're coming back into the workplace and office. People looking at them. Coming back into workplaces, offices, and houses, and people are looking at them. But it's because they're being stalked. It's because they're being stalked and watched, or it's happening, or that and same example is happening to you. And you may need to hire hook up someone to protect you, and what Aries is doing. You may need that kind of hook up to see what an Aries element is doing. You're going to work. Why are people high? Why are they looking so stupid? Or the Capricorn energy has that secretive thought. The Capricorn energy has that kind of thought there, but it's only because Aries deals with them. Aries deals with their housemates. It talks to them often. An Aries element that they have attached to them. An Aries element hooked up, or they deal with their housemates. They deal with their ex coworkers, their ex friends, their current friends. By Aquarian, they deal with their current friend that's an Aquarian or housemate, and that element look at someone blankly. That element looks at someone blankly. Does the Aquarian energy look at you blankly? Because they know why. The Aquarian energy is a chain reaction. The Aquarian energy knows why. The Aquarian energy knows why Scorpios look at you blankly. why Aries did something, why Aries did something, or it's a conversation that an Aries element had with the Aquarian. That's why in the water sign energies overheard that. That's why they're looking at you like that. But the undertone of it is envy and jealousy. Or the reason into why, oh my gosh, the reason into why something is happening the way it is here because of envy and jealousy or narcissism or the fact that someone is prideful. You're prideful. Capricorn is prideful, but that's what a Scorpio sees. Capricorn is prideful. That's what a Scorpio sees. That's what a Scorpio element sees, and that could be what they're that could be the Six of Cups waiting on the water sign. The Six of Cups being in the waiting position is that you could be aware. You could just be on the outside looking into. That's what people are doing to this person, but you want to know. So you're talking to the Scorpio could be doing that to them. Yes, the Scorpio, and you want to know. So you're having conversations with the Scorpio. Why are you looking at him or her like that? And I keep getting Aries. Why are you looking at him or her like that? But they're trying to tell you that it has something to do with a secret business deal or interaction that they had going on with the Aries element that a Capricorn energy is tied to. Or it has something to do with interconnection with their friends, their businesses, with their friends and co-workers and family members. Why is Aries doing that? So when I said that, why is the Aries element doing that? Why are they doing that? It has nothing else to do. So the Aries element has nothing else to do. Do the water sign energies have nothing else to do? That's why they're being paid by the Aries. They have nothing else to do. That's why they're being paid by the Aries. The Aquarian energy, lazy. They're lazy. They have nothing else to do. That's why they took up some type of offer from the Aries element to do something, or the Aries did this kind of offer with the water signs because they have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do but to zoom in on Capricorn's life. They have nothing else to do but zoom in on the Capricorn energy's life, your life. You don't understand. The Aries, whatever, you don't understand why they're doing that. You know what I mean? But it has something to do with blank stares and nervousness. Blank stares and nervousness, whatever. Somebody could be getting ready to announce something crazy. But information. It has something to do with information about someone or something. Stalking. Your friends being stalked. Your friend, your coworkers being stalked. You don't know why. You don't know why. They could be complaining to you about that. You don't know why. Or they may be trying to consult you about that, but you know why. They're trying to consult you about that, but you really know why. This could be a situation here where the Capricorn energy long lost friend. The Capricorn energy could be a long lost friend that you're inviting them to something. But friends know them. You're inviting them to something, but your new friends, somehow your new deals with Aries. Your friends, your colleagues, they're interconnected to an Aries that a Capricorn energy is tied to. I didn't know. When I said that, I didn't know that. So the Capricorn energy unaware. The Capricorn energy is unaware. They're coming to you and they're asking you cryptic. They're asking you cryptic questions. They're being cryptic with you, or they're asking you questions. Period. You're like, this could be a situation. The Capricorn energy is coming to you, and you're like, somebody, every time, they're talking to you about an Aries that they're tied to, or they're asking you this, that, and a third question, and they want to know, or they're telling you about someone that's distancing themselves from them, and they're confused. You know why? The Capricorn energy is trying to tell you that they're separate from you. They're just consulting you. There could be another friend that they could be another. This could be an interconnection with friends and their own friends. The Capricorn is coming to you and they're telling you, my friend isn't talking to me anymore. My friend is really distant, or they're distancing themselves from me. The Capricorn energy could be talking to you or asking you, what do you think about? But you really know why. Like you really know what you really know why. You really know why their friend that they think you really know why their friend that they think that you don't know who their interconnection. Okay. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, this is a lot. This is crazy. They're talking to you, right? They're talking to you and they're telling you, my friend is distant. Their own friend. They're telling my friend is distancing themselves from me. They're trying to get your input, and you're looking at you yourself, maybe looking at them really interestingly because you know more. You yourself are looking at them interestingly because you know more, but you knowing more is that they don't know that you know more. So their friend, business partner, their friend that's distancing themselves from them is interconnected to your business partner, but got involved. So when I said that your own business partner, your own friend got involved with their friend, don't know they know each other. So your friends, like you're separate, you're way down deep in the line. Your friends you don't know are secretively involved with a business. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, your friends, right? Or your main business partner, the Capricorn energy doesn't know that your main business partner is interconnected to their friends, and their friends are leaving them, or their friends are disappearing. Their friends may be disappearing for some reason. Are your friends disappearing because of a water sign? Your friend may be disappearing because of a water sign. Someone is telling you that, but you backstory, the backstory into that. And it has something to do Aries involvement. It has something to do heavily with an Aries element's involvement. It has something to do with the Aries element involvement. The Aries element, it could be your business partner, your lover, whatever the Aries element is to you. And you're finding out, or you just, because of the water signs, you're finding out, or you just intuitively know that your business partner does business Capricorn's friends. Your business partner does business with the Capricorn energy's friends. Capricorn Energy's family members, cousins, friends, distant friends that they themselves thought that they cut off, but didn't really cut them off. And that could be why you're looking at them interestingly. But should I tell someone something? So this is a cut. Should I tell the Capricorn something? Should someone just tell you something? Should the Scorpio, the Cancer, should I just tell you something? Should I just tell you something? They should just tell you the water sign secretive business with Aries. They should just tell you that they're involved with a secretive business going on with an Aries element. The Scorpio should just tell you the Aries pulled me aside and said you were a narcissist. The Aries pulled me aside and said that you do this, that, and a third business. And you're going to work, or you're going back in the house, or you're going back in some environment, and they're looking at you oddly, and you're confused. World energy, or it's happening to my friend. You deem the Capricorn energy to be your friend, but somehow your love partner or your separate business partner from them knows their friends, knows their family members, knows their business partners, but something's really separate but interconnected to that. Separate but the same about that for some reason, or interconnected about that. And yet, should I tell someone something? I keep being stalked. Should I tell someone they're being stalked? But you know why they're being stalked, or you know who is stalking them? Wow. Or looking at them. You know the reason why someone's dead staring someone, or yourself. It just depends on what's going on. The present has the Seven of Wands energy, Aries. The Seven of Wands energy is Aries. Could also be Leo, but I want to leave. You may want to leave a Leo. You always, or you want to, someone interesting is going on with the Aries element, but she doesn't know what she's doing. So an Aries female doesn't know what she's doing. Doesn't have to be a female. Whatever fire sign energy you have tied to you, Aries and Leos and Sag, but they deal with each other. All the fire sign energies, they often deal, I get around someone. They often deal or do secretive business deals and bets and deals and gambles and things of that nature. Just examples. They often deal with each other in that way around someone. It could be around you, around Capricorn, but that's why the water signs look at. When I said that, that's why the water sign energy look at the Capricorn like that. That's why I look at their information like that, but have it. So when I said that, the water sign energies have the Capricorn energies information. Like they have it, or they just look at it, or stare at it often. They just stare at it often. But fire signs can't stand that. So when I said that, the fire sign energies can't stand that. The Aries can't stand that acting out. The Aries can't stand you doing that to the Capricorn. The Aries can't stand a Scorpio doing that. Pisces, they don't really like someone either. So the water sign and those water signs I ran through may not really like an Aries, but they may follow through. They may follow through behind the scenes. They follow through with the Aries elements of business objectives and ideas and plots and schemes and plans that the Aries element hounds them down for all the time. And that's why they look at you in the Capricorn or the Capricorn interestingly all the time. You know what I mean? They still follow through because they're being paid. They're still following through all the time because they're being paid. That's why the Seven of Wands energy is there, right, in the present. Or they act out that way separately from you. They act out that way around someone, but they don't know. Them acting out that way separately from you, they act out that way on a Capricorn, and the Capricorn energy doesn't know that. Or you think of finding that out. The Capricorn may be finding that out intuitively, or The Capricorn may be finding that out intuitively, or something's going on where you may feel, 6 of Cups, you feel the need, you feel the need, that could be where the Leo, that could be the leaving, that could be where the leaving the Leo analogy is coming from, because that save friend, they may not want you to save, they may not want you to save their friend. The Aries element may be aware of what you're trying to do because of the what, because of Scorpio, because of the Scorpio, you know. The Aries element may be finding out about a Scorpio, but Scorpio throws people under the bus, so that could be why the Scorpio looks at you interestingly, looks at a Capricorn interestingly. You know what I mean? The Scorpio actually, or they're involved with the fire signs. The Scorpio actually throws somebody under the bus, or they actually throw people under the bus. You know what I mean? But not really favored either. So the Scorpio isn't really favored in some type of environment. They're not that the kind of situations and examples I gave could be what's happening to the Scorpio. Like I said, the world energy could be the Scorpio sun energy. That kind of stuff could be happening to them, you know, and the staring and things of that nature can't stand you. The staring and things of that nature with a Scorpio sun is because they can't stand you. It's because they can't stand you, or they can't stand a Capricorn, and that could be why. That could be why they're in secretive business with an Aries element. But that could be the Scorpio's way of trying to get favoritism out of the Aries, and that could be something that a Leo knows. You know what I mean? That could be something there that a Leo element may know, and a Sag. A Leo and a Sag may know that something there. You know what I mean? You know, with how Scorpio acting out, a secretive feeling a Scorpio element has, or the Capricorn energies, and whatever. Somebody dealing with somebody's friends behind the scenes is devious. Somebody dealing with somebody's friends behind the scenes, or family members behind the scenes, and offering people money and things of that nature. It's something there. It implies Aries is devious. Aries is devious. Aries is really devious. You know what I mean? They don't want to see. They don't want to see the Capricorn energy having a good time. They don't want to see them that has their information. So every when I said that, they have their information, but they don't want some. They don't live their life. They don't want someone to live their life, but they have their things. But she needs help. So when I said that, the Aries element needs help. You know, the Aries element needs help. He or she, Aries can have that kind of thought about you. They may not want you to have. They may want you to have limited freedom, but they have your things, and that's what a Scorpio knows. Or they talk about you. That's what a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. That's what those water sign energies know. Sitting somewhere with somebody's stuff, and sitting somewhere with somebody's things, and treating somebody oddly and interestingly, staring at somebody blankly and oddly, and whatever, and sitting there with somebody's things, sitting there using somebody's things, whatever, because of a Sag. They're sitting there using somebody's things because of a Sag. Or they're sitting there using your things because of a Sag. I get Pisces. Somebody's sitting somewhere using your things because of a Pisces. Because of a Pisces. And your Pisces is giving you blank stares. You're asking the Pisces, are you high? Are you tripping on coke? Why are you looking at me like that? The Aries gave them something that belongs to Aries, gave them something that belongs to you. Aries gave the Pisces, Aries gave the Scorpio, the Pisces, something that belongs to Capricorn. Capricorn coming back into the workplace, the home, the family environment. The other family members look at them oddly. 7 of Wands energy, want to tackle down. 7 of Wands energy, 7 of Wands energy, you want to tackle down the Aries element. Or you may want to tackle down a Sag that's tied to Capricorn. You want to tackle down a Sag that's tied to a Capricorn. But how do you know that as well? So how do you know about an Aries? If these aren't your colleagues and business partners, and people that work with you in the workplace, and partners that are interconnected to your friend, and you're thinking that your friend doesn't know that, and secretive business and things of that nature, the spirit is like, how do you know about an Aries and a Sag that's tied to a Capricorn? How do you know that? If you don't know the Capricorn, if you don't know, if you are one of those staring oddly people that do that to a Capricorn, if you don't know them personally, how do you know that? Or you do or you do not know them personally, but you just know that. If they're not family, Aries. If they're not family, you just know that because of an Aries element. And the Aries element could be your love partner, your business partner, your colleague. But they're interconnected to Capricorn's friends. They're interconnected to Capricorn energy's friends. If this isn't the same environment, if it's not the same environment, 7 of Wands energy being in the present, I need to talk to you. Need to talk to an Aries, diffuse an argument with an Aries element. You need to talk to a Leo. Can you help me? Will you allow me to save my friend? Go to my friend. Sag, you need to talk, but they're annoying. Sag is annoying. You need to talk to them. You may not want to talk to them about yourself or something interesting going on with you yourself, or a Capricorn energy, you know, but the 7 of Wands energy being in the present. But why are they being stalked? So when I said that, you're asking the Aries, you're asking the Aries element. This could be a situation here where you're trying to access. You could be unaware that Aries and a Sag are a part of a plan. You could be aware that fire sign energies. You could be unaware that fire sign energies are a part of a plan, are a part of a plan on you, or Capricorn, and you need to pull them aside. Why is he or she looking at me like that? Why are they eyeballing him her like that? But trying to act like they don't know something. They're just you're talking to them, asking them questions, and they're sitting there trying to act like they don't know something. They're trying to act like they don't know something, but they really do. But they interconnection. They really do because they're interconnected. They're not telling you that they're interconnected to someone. Or they're interconnected to someone else's private business. They're interconnected to someone else's private business, and that could be where the secrecy is. They're interconnected to your own business partner. This okay, here I'll give you another example. This could be a situation here where your friend, you can have a friend, right? That you may be thinking that your friend. I keep interconnected to business partners. You may be thinking that your friend is not interconnected to your own. Somehow you're finding out that your own personal friend, separate from your workplace, is interconnected to your business partners, and that something there you may not have known. Right, Leo. So something interesting there is going on with a Leo. Something interesting there is going on with a Leo, but how do they know my friend? So that you may have your friend. How do they know my friend? Your coworker that you don't talk to, your coworker that you don't pay attention to. They know they're in secretive business, or they know something that your partner does. They know something that your partner does. That could be where a Leo may look at you. That could be why a Leo may look at you interestingly. That could be why a Leo looks at you interestingly, or if it's not that, then it's happening to a Capricorn. I think want to know why they're being stalked. So every time I say that, you want to know why they're being watched, why people look at them the way that they are, why they're being stalked, right? In their neighborhood. When I said that, that's something there is happening to them in their neighborhood, where they live, but they need to move. So when I said that, they may need to move. They need to move, and you're talking to. They're sharing that separate from your workplace. They're just a friend that you're thinking. Okay, they're a friend that you're thinking doesn't know your coworkers, but they're interconnected. Something is secretive about them being interconnected to them. But something's going on here. You're asking your coworker, your boss, your supervisor. My friend, she's complaining. My friend, she's complaining about something, and your boss trying to act like they don't know. Your boss, your coworker, your supervisor is trying to act like they don't know why something interesting is going on with your friend, the way that they're interconnected, and you don't know, and something's coming out about that interconnection. You're like, you're finding out that your boss. I'll just give an example. You're finding out that your boss hooked up you're finding out because of the water signs. You're finding out that your boss is secretively doing business with your friends, with your friend's friend, or your friend's partner. And you're asking them questions. You're telling your coworker. You're telling your boss. My friend, you're just having a regular conversation. My friend came to me today. And he or she is stalking. He or she is complaining about stalking, but they know what's going on. Your boss knows why. Your boss knows why. It's really deep of an interconnection. Your boss knows why. Your coworker knows why. And you're like, how do they know my friends? How do they know my friend's friend? How do they know my friend's business partners? But the undertone of it is jealousy and envy and stalking and protecting a business deal. So the undertone of it is because somebody's trying to protect a business deal here. Interestingly, they're trying to protect a business deal. Aries, the Aries just trying to do that, but in an odd way. You deem it to be odd. You deem it to be odd. Because you deem it to be odd, people are acting oddly. You deem it to be odd because people are acting really oddly around you, or people are acting really oddly around the Capricorn. But they're housemates. So when I said that, it's the Capricorn energy's housemates. It's the Capricorn energy's own friends. If they're not family members, it's the Capricorn energy's partner that they do business with. There's an interconnection, but you know of it or you don't know of it. But someone's trying to act like they use your intuition use your intuition about your own boss. That someone's interconnected there, or your boss is in secretive business with your distant friend. And you're like, how is that possible? So the stalking could be the exact reason into why that's even possible, that is happening to you or Capricorn. Like that whatever. Someone just trying to protect a business deal. Like this could be a situation as well. Like this is a lot. This could be a situation as well where you're going to work. Okay, this could be a situation here as well where the secretiveness and the stalking, I keep getting Aries, the secretiveness and the stalking happening to you, happening to Capricorn, whatever. The secretiveness with that is that what's interesting about it is that you, oh my god, it's really interesting, really deep. It's interesting in the sense where you're going to work and your friend calling you. Your friend may be calling you out of nowhere. Are you calling your friend out of nowhere? I'll just go with you. I'll just go with your friend calling you, right? Your friend's calling you and they're asking you, and your friend's calling you and they're like, somebody keeps looking at me. Someone in my house, so that I don't know, someone in my neighborhood. They keep eyeballing me, and they're asking you that, and your boss or coworker may be watching. You could be voicing that, and your boss or your coworker could be eyeballing that conversation that you're having with your boss or your coworker could be eyeballing that conversation that you're having on the phone with someone, but they have the answers to that, but they're trying to act like they don't, and you're confused into how they do have those answers. You're confused into how they have those answers. You know what I mean? Or something's going on, something is going on here where the Capricorn Energy's business partners, they one of them could the Aries element, one of them could be finding out that you one of them is finding the Aries element predominantly heavily. The spirit is emphasizing the Aries element that's their business partner came up to your job, or they went up to your job. They could have. Trying to intervene. They're coming up to your job. They're coming up to where you live. They're visiting you and they're trying to intervene. They're heavily intervening, having a conversation with your coworkers, or they may have pulled one of your friends or coworkers aside, or your own boss, and had a conversation with them, a money deal, had a secret money deal conversation with them. And you're like, how to protect my friend? A Leo thinks you shouldn't intervene. Leo thinks you shouldn't intervene. Like, but this is crazy, you know? Like the way something is the way some type of interconnection, the way some type of interconnection is happening here is odd. It's really deep and it's really odd. The future has the Page of Swords energy. Sorry about the glare. I can't really do anything about it. The Page of Swords energy is in the future, okay? Your instincts has the Devil. Sign up. There's your Capricorn energy. You got double Capricorn energy here, in fact. You know, double Capricorn. It could be more than one, you know. You may have more than one Capricorn energy around you, but one of them may be going through something more extreme than the other. It just depends on what's going on, you know. But need to talk to. So when I said that you need to talk to one of them or just one, or both of them or just one Capricorn, you need to talk to them. But it's devil energy, Aries. The devil energy is also Aries element. The devil energy is also Aries. You know, the devil energy, or the devil and the what's that other, the Emperor card and the Empress, those elements metaphysically, those elements clash for some reason energetically. Like, they clash. Those elements clash, but something's going on where you really need to hit up this person. You really need to hit up this person and tell them that their business partners are watching you. Their business partners are watching you. Their business partners are contacting. Their business partners are in a secretive business deal with your business partners. Their business partners are in a secret business deal with your friends. Whatever the situation is, there. It's crazy if it's not the same environment. These interconnections are happening between very separate environments, and something is devil energy about that. But people really need money. So when I said that, it's because people really need money. People really need money. And the way something is happening here, it implies Aries. It implies that an Aries element really needs money. Does the Capricorn energy need money? Do you need money? Water sign energies, they were bribed. Water sign energies were bribed. It implies they really need money. You know, for someone to do something so easily to someone, to you, for Aries to do this so easily to Capricorn, for Aries to do this so easily, set up friends. Aries set up their friends on you. But Aries set up you don't know that the Aries element's friends are tied to your friends, or the Aries element hooked up their friends to have a conversation with your friends. The Aries element hooked up one of their friends to talk to your partner. And you're like, what? Why are people looking at me like that? You're going back somewhere. Why are people looking at them like that? Why are people looking at me like that? You're like some water sign Scorpio, aware of some type of conversation that happened when you were away, when Capricorn was away. Wow. You know, it's interesting. Your accomplishment has the Page of Cups energy. Could be a younger water sign, or it's just an emotional offer that you want to forgive. You want to forgive someone, or you want to forgive. You may want to. You need to forgive someone for something that they did or said. You know, or you're thinking that an Aries is going to have to do that, but they're not going to. You're thinking that an Aries needs to do that, or you're thinking that they need to do that, but they're not going to. You know, or something's going on. I apologize. Something's going on with you. You may need to apologize for having secretive information. You need to apologize to a Capricorn or Capricorns for having secretive information on them. What an Aries is doing, it has something to do with what Aries. If they're separate, it has something to do with an Aries that they're. If they're separate, it has something to do with an Aries element that they're tied to. Or it has to do with an Aries element that you're tied to, that's interconnected to their friends or their family members or their coworkers. And you're like, how to apologize to this for the interconnection. How to apologize for knowing something interesting about some type of interconnection. How to apologize to someone or forgive. Like you could, the Capricorn energy could have done something interesting to you, you know, but don't have the need to. So they don't have a need to do anything bad to anyone. They don't have a need. They're just being. They're just living and breathing. They don't have a need to do anything badly to anybody. But people may do something really interestingly to a secretive plan. People may have a secretive plan on them. And you know that. And you may have known that for a while because of an Aries. You know that for a while because of an Aries. But it has something to do with bribes and paying people and secretive vacations and hiding out somewhere. Sag and Aries. Sag and Aries does that to them. But you know the people that are Aries and Sag, the people that are tied to the Aries and Sag, that are tied to the Capricorn, if it's separate, you know them. It could be an external Aries. It could be external fire sign energies that they're interconnected there. And you need to tell somebody that your own friends are getting paid. Your own personal friends, separate from the Capricorn, are getting paid by the Capricorn energy's friends to do something interesting to them. It does depend. Or your friends are being paid by the Capricorn energy's business partners. And something there that you know you need to apologize. Something there that you know you need to apologize to someone for, because you know that the Aries isn't going to do it. You know the Sag isn't going to do it. Leo doesn't want you to intervene. That's why the Seven of Wands is there. You know? Wow. You like how to apologize to. How to reveal something to. How to apologize. How to reveal something to them. How to reveal something to them that you know for a while. That you yourself could be just knowing. You yourself could be involved, but you just know something. You just intuitively know something, or you just know something. You just know something there with them, or someone just knows. The Capricorn energy may just have that. The Capricorn energy may have that secretive knowing about you as well. The Capricorn knows that secretive knowing about you as well. And that could be where the needing to talk to them is coming from. And that could be why you want to apologize to them, because you may not listen to them, but they're right. You may not listen to them, but they're right about something. They're actually right about something. Wow. The spiritual self has your energy here. Okay. I can't do anything about it. The spiritual self has Gemini energy, Lover's energy right next to the Six of Cups. You could be dealing with an external Gemini, but where are they? So dealing with an external Gemini, you want to know where an external Gemini energy is, or it's just your Lover's energy, Capricorn. It's just Lover's energy because of a partnership, a friendship, a business deal, or interaction that you need to have, or that you want to have with a Capricorn energy. But if they're showing up, their energy kind of their energy morphing into Lover's energy is that you need to contact them, you share something with them. You need to share something with them. Six Cups right next to them. They're coming back. You're coming back into their life. You need to give them the heads up what an Aries is doing. You need to give them the heads up that what an Aries that they're tied to is doing something interesting. An Aries that you're tied to doing something interesting to them. or vice versa, or those two areas, whichever areas that they know areas that you're tied to has a secret thought. They know areas that you're tied to has a secret thought, or they're doing something interesting to you, or it's them, or it's an Aries element. Okay, Aries element that you're tied to doing something interesting to you. Aries element that the Capricorn energy has that kind of information, or some a thought or something going on interesting with you with a Leo and a Sag element, or it's them and you know that, or the you and the Capricorn energies or energy, you all of you both of those, you and that element both have are in the same boat almost. You and that element may be in the same boat. You're in the same boat with them in a sense where you're in the same boat with them in the sense where you know something secretive that's happening over them. They know something secretive that's happening over you, and that could be where the listening to each other is coming from. But I don't really want to do so. When I said that you and your spiritual self, you don't really want to do. You don't really want to do for some reason, but you need to. You have to. The spirits recommend that you do. Vice versa, whatever it is. Spirits recommend that you do. I keep feeling like the Aries, like it's just ringing in my head like it's just the word is just ringing like they're really behind the scenes of something interesting here for some reason. They're really behind the scenes of it. They're really behind the scenes of it. You know, they're really the stalking and the Instagram threats, Instagram, Facebook threats, and whatever kind of threats. They're really behind the scenes of that. If it's not anything going on necessarily but interconnections and things of that nature, but something's going on with a jealous friend. You're just finding out you have a jealous friend. You're one of your friends is jealous. Aries is a friend, they're jealous. Scorpio, those energies are jealous. The jealous people are working against you. The jealous people are working against you. The jealous people are working against the Capricorn or trying to. Whatever. That's why I said you and Capricorn are similar. You have similar shit going on here. It just depends, and you need to talk to each other. You need to talk to each other. What are signs? What do they know? Don't want to talk. What do they know? They don't want to talk. Could be an external, or it's an external Gemini that you haven't seen in a while. You may want to talk to. It just depends on what's going on. Lord have mercy. What is this? Sun card energy here, sign of Leo in your mentality. Had a conversation with the Leo is. You need to have a conversation with a Leo that about helping your friend, or what Aries did. Sag and Aries and interconnections and secretive business deals and secrecy and stalking and things of that nature. You need to have a conversation, or envy, the jealousy. You need to have a conversation. This could be happening to a Leo. This could be happening to a Leo. Not really. It's not really happening to them. But Aries may have that kind of thought about them, but they like them. Aries has that thought about a Leo, but they actually like the Leo. They like the Leo. It's the Capricorn energy that hell-bent over. It's Capricorn energy that they're hell-bent over. Hell-bent over so far. Hell-bent over so far to the point where they're hell-bent over so far to the point where their nose is in the dirt with a feeling that they have about a Capricorn for some reason. Like bent out of shape. You're not termed bent out of shape about somebody. Are they they're bent out of shape about you leaving them. They're bent out of shape about you leaving them if you're leaving them. If they're Aries, they're bent out of shape about you leaving them. And they said they had a conversation, pulled the water sign energies aside and said and relayed something shitty that you trying to leave it Aries. They're trying to get back at you, but secretly deal with your business partners or your lovers or just being with them, period. Water sign energies, you're going back to work, you're going back in the house, they're looking at you oddly. The Aries was putting out threats, but the water sign is telling you that they did. Or it's happening to the Capricorn energy in that way. That could be happening to the Capricorn energy in that way, Could be happening to the Capricorn. They're tied to the Aries. They may have said something really crazy about an Aries element that they're tied to, and that they said something crazy about an Aries element that you're tied to or they're tied to, and you're inviting them somewhere Aries doesn't want to see them. You're inviting them somewhere Aries doesn't want to see them, but they're interconnected to the Capricorn energy's friends, and their own friends are looking at them interestingly. What Aries said, their own friends are looking at them interestingly because of what Aries said about them. Or it's your friends that look. You may want to know your Capricorn may not know your friends, but it's because of the Aries that they do. The Capricorn energy may not know some of your friends, but it's because of the Aries element that they do. And so your friend, you're inviting them over, looking at them oddly. You're inviting them over, and your own friends are looking at the Capricorn energy oddly. And you're like, what the hell is what? You're like, I just introduced you two together. Why are you looking at him or her like that? I just introduced you. You two never met. This is a thought you have. You two never met. Why are you two looking at each other like in your head? Your subconscious is like, why are these two people look? Why are they looking at each other like that? You don't know that they're interconnected. You don't know that you don't know that when your friends was hooked up by Aries to stalk and watch a Capricorn, or your business partner is stalking and watching your friend, or you're dumbfounded because you're introducing one friend to a colleague. You're introducing one friend to a colleague, and the colleague is an eye stare battle with your friend, and you're like, what's going on there? You don't know the backstory. You don't know the backstory. You're inviting a lover over. It's really deep. You're inviting like a lover over. You're inviting a lover and a coworker over, and they're eye staring each other down. You're like, what's going on there? You don't know the backstory. Or that's happening to a Capricorn energy. Right? All the time. That happens to a Capricorn energy all the time. You may think someone's oblivious to those kind of interactions or something. Wow. What's changing is the Ten of Pentacles energy there, okay? Ten of Pentacles energy is there, all right? Ten of Pentacles is what's changing, but giving money out. Ten of Pentacles is changing because you feel like you need to give money out. You feel like you need to. The only Earth sign energy that's here is the Capricorns. Like there's double Capricorn energy here. Heavily deal with them. You heavily deal with them, or some type of issue here is heavily involving them. It's heavily involving them, and you didn't know. You knew, or you only had increments that it was. You knew, or you only had increments that it was involving them heavily. But it has something to do with giving them money or spending time with them or whatever it is. And the giving money out, but I was getting giving money out, or the reason into why you feel the need to give the money back. The reason into why you feel like you should give somebody their money back. You feel like you should give somebody their money because the reason for the feeling into giving their suffering. The reason for that is that you may think that the Earth sign energy is suffering. But people are behind the scenes plotting on them. People are behind the scenes plotting on them, like stalking and people using their information wrongfully and money and things of that nature. And you feel bad. The giving them money is because they could have given you money for something. They could have paid to take you out to dinner. Whatever. They could have done those things for you. But something's really happening behind with your business partners or your friends and the interconnections, and you're finding that out, and you're like, I'll give you, I'm gonna pay you back for the dinner that you just paid for me. But you may not be telling them what you know. You may not be telling them what you know that's happening to them. So, but you feel bad for having them pay for something, and you're like, I'll pay for you to get coffee and things of that nature. You feel bad. You feel bad. You feel bad. But the heavy feeling with feeling bad, they're being watched and stalked, and their business partners set them up, and craziness is going on with them. Or they may have this kind of feeling with you. They may want to help you in this way. They may feel that with you. They may feel bad for you. Wow. I mean, it's good. It's a good feeling. It's good to help them. The Six of Pentacles energy, there's your next Earth sign energy. So, Jesus, why is the sun shining like this? Oh, can't do anything. The Six of Pentacles energy is in the future, okay? Not in the future, in the resolution with the Six of Pentacles energy, all right? So the Six of Pentacles is the Earth. The Six of Pentacles energy. I'm basically clarifying it basically clarifies what I just said. But where are they? So when I said that, where are they? Where's the Capricorn? It could be other. Now that this minor arcana is here, it also opens up the door. Now that those two minor arcana or sign energies are there, it opens up the door for the possibility for Taurus and Virgo elements to also be involved, but need to talk to them. So you may need to talk to them. But I keep getting neighborhood. So something is really heavy with something is really heavy with something that's going on in someone's neighborhood. Somebody's workplace, whatever it is, somebody's house, somebody's apartment complex, neighborhood, or you may reside near the Earth sign energies. You may reside near them, and they know that, or they don't know that. You may live near them. The feeling with the neighborhood, they're being stalked in. They're being stalked in. Are you being stalked in your neighborhood? You're being stalked in your neighborhood. You know, Capricorn being stalked in all the time. They're being stalked all the time, or particularly it's in their neighborhood, their job. But I get when they like what do you call it? As some when they go and take like what do you call it, like public transportation and like buses, and when they go when they walk to their car being stopped, when they walk to their car and things of that nature, they're being stopped. You want to tell them what's going on, but the where are they, the where or that's happening too. You're going to take public transportation, you're going to your car being watched, you're being watched, but they're being stalked is heavier. Stalking is heavier than just watching somebody. Stalking is much heavier than just watching someone. Like watching them is okay, like watching somebody is okay, but watching someone is okay, but stalking is bad. Stalking could turn really bad. Like stalking someone could turn into someone could turn into what do you call it? Stalking someone could literally, because it's psychological that someone's doing that. So stalking could literally turn into violence, like physical violence, and that could be why you want to help someone, or why someone wants to jump in to help you. Or they may not know that's happening to you, but you know that's happening to them, vice versa. Whatever. Very interesting. But could potentially become really extreme stalking with some type of stalking that's happening. You know, with you or a Capricorn. You know, they're friends, interconnected to their business partners, and they're hooking up with multiple people to watch them and stalk them and threat them and whatever the craziness is. You're like, how to protect my friend, or it's happening to you. The Aries, Leo, Sag and Aries with you, Sag and Aries, Capricorn. You know? Wow. Water sign energies, helpers. Water sign energies, your helpers. Fire sign energy, helpers. On Capricorn or on you. But not saying something. Conversations, whatever, that need to be had. How to help someone. It just depends on what's going on. Wow. But the undertone, the reason why it's multiple reasons into why it's happening the way it is business deal, protecting a business deal. What else is another crazy scenario? Protecting business deal, envy, jealousy, prejudice, all in one basket. Whatever the situation is there, you know, watchful eyes and things of that nature on people, on you, workplace, interconnections. Stalking with interconnections, and it's crazy. And the major arcana energies it implies is all that is devil energy. It's extreme, but yeah, because people aren't getting any sleep, so people aren't. It's extreme. People aren't sleeping. People are not sleeping. Like it's something that's so extreme to the point where people aren't getting any sleep. Aries isn't sleeping. You know what they're doing. Obviously, you know what it makes me think about, like little Nicky, where little like what like when little Nicky was sleeping on that heater in the movie Adam Sandler. But I think he's a Virgo also. He was sleeping in the movie and snoring like a demon was possessing him or something. that could be Aries. That could be the analogy that fits the Aries. They're not. That's how they have that kind of stuff going on with them. You know. Aquarian energy. I was getting an Aquarian. But they're really behind the scenes because doesn't know what they're doing. They're really behind the scenes of something because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know that they could be one of the stalkers, the watchers, hooked up by Aries to do that. In whatever proximity. Leo, Sag, they hooked up by those elements to do that kind of stuff, but not the Leo. They weren't hooked up by a Leo to do that. Just the Aries element. If it's an Aquarian. On you, on Capricorn. Think someone doesn't know. But now they know, you know? You know what I mean? Wow. Somebody has like they're breathing fire. They are a fire sign and they're breathing fire because of envy, prejudice, jealousy, whatever. And all that is a plethora of mental inconsistencies. I keep getting Aries. Mental, psychological inconsistencies that whatever. Off balance brain chemically off balance stuff that someone has going on with stalking. But it's chemically off balance behavior in the brain that's going on with somebody all the time. You know? Well, all right. Let's see, or protecting a business deal. That hence the reason for the stalking, trying to protect business deals. Trying to protect is an odd way. It's a scary way to protect a business deal. Why does someone need to stalk someone just to, or hook up people to stalk someone just to protect a business deal? That doesn't make any sense. Nobody's doing anything. No one is doing anything or trying to do anything. But it's slow. So when I said that, somebody is slow. Somebody doing that, it implies that they're slow. All right, let's see what the outcome energy is. It's here. So if it's not that, then it's just like what do you call it? It could be slow business that somebody's losing their mind over, and they may want to know something may be slowing down about somebody's business. Something maybe, and they may think that you're in fault. They may think Capricorn is in fault, or something is really weird with the way a business is. Something for example, a business could be losing money and they think you're in fault. A business is losing money and they think Capricorn is in fault. So they think someone is doing something. They think you're doing something. They are. You are. They are. You are. You are not. They are. They are not. Someone. That's why I said someone is in bed breathing fire like a dragon almost in their sleep. You know. The other reason also because of that is because hooked up people is because somebody hooked up people to do something. That's another reason because they hooked up people to do something, and however extreme. That's why this stalking could become violent. Stalking could become violent. Stalking could end somebody. The result of stalking in some cases could end somebody up in the hospital. I'm not to scare you, or you know what I mean. Just an example of how extreme an Aries element is. Their thoughts, their feelings towards somebody is something is really irking them. Something is really psychologically irking them to the point where they feel the need to interfere with somebody else's life to the point where they're hooking up someone to threaten somebody outside. They're hooking up someone to curse at someone because if they do it directly, they're gonna hurt somebody. If they themselves do it directly, they're gonna hurt somebody, hurt them physically. That may be a thought someone has here. That may be a thought. Okay, the judgment energy is here. Protect friend. The judgment energy is here because you're thinking that you need to protect a friend. You are that friend that someone needs to protect you. You know, but jealousy is extreme. So jealousy and envy is really extreme here. Business deal, protecting a business deal. Somebody thinks somebody's gonna fuck it up. Whatever. All that is extreme. Or how people are doing it to protect it is extreme. Or the lengths that you need to go to protect a friend may be extreme also. You know? Vice versa. You know what I mean? Judgment energy, the judgment energy is also what Capricorn finding out. What you're finding out. You know? Somebody may need to, that's why I said move. That's why I said looking for someone, but you're trying to look for someone because you have information on something that's going on with them. You're trying to look for someone, but you're finding out that they moved. Did you move? Or something you could have moved because of what's happening here. Something happening here could be the reason Capricorn moved. Something going on here could be the reason why Capricorn energy needs to move or why they moved. They need to move or why they moved. Or you need to move or why you moved. Workplace, house. Wow. All right. Judgment to a situation or actions, thoughts that people have. You know? All right, Gemini, let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.